Hi, I'm Yasmin, a wife and a proud new mom with a background in perinatal nursing. Welcome to Birth Unboxed, where we talk about all things birth, whether it's unassisted free birth, home birth with a midwife, or in a hospital. I believe every woman deserves the right to choose how and where she gives birth. I created this podcast to raise awareness so women can make informed choices and feel empowered in their births. By sharing stories and learning from one another, we can reclaim our power and become the ultimate authority in our own birthing experiences. Sisterhood is powerful, and I am so glad you're here. Let's get started. Hey friends, welcome back to the Birth Unboxed podcast. We are back from our break, and I am so excited to be back and to bring this time around some more educational content, not just guest stories. So today we are going to be talking about something that doesn't often get enough attention, even though it can completely change a birth experience: the role of the birth partner. You know, as a nurse, I've seen every kind of birth support out there, some where the partner is steady, calm, ready, they've done all their research, and other times where they're very unsure, they're stressed, they're scared, and they don't really know what to do. And honestly, that is so common. Birth can be overwhelming for everyone in the room, not just the person giving birth. I still remember one of the first births that I attended as a student nurse. The mom was breathing really deep through her contractions. She was all tense, and her partner was there by her side holding her hand, and he was just whispering, "You're doing it. You've got this. I'm right here." It wasn't anything fancy. He didn't say the perfect words or do some complicated technique. But every time she looked at him, her whole body softened. That's emotional support, and it's one of the most powerful things that a partner can do. You don't need to fix anything. You just need to be there, grounded, calm, and reminding her that she's safe. That presence can literally lower the stress hormones, and it can help support the body's natural flow of oxytocin, which is what's going to make labor progress. Then there's physical support, and this can look like so many different things. Applying counter pressure to her hips during contractions can really help dull a bit of that pain, and a lot of women really like that. And as a nurse, I often have to show partners how to do it, and the woman is always very grateful when her partner is helping her in that physical manner as well. You can also assist by just putting a cool cloth compress to her forehead, holding her hand, letting her squeeze your hand if that's something that makes her feel better during the contractions, or simply just helping her change positions. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll share some video cues here now so that you can see what I'm talking about. But if you're just listening, I'll go through some of these examples as well. So gentle massage or hip squeezes like we talked about. Offering sips of water or coconut water between contractions. It's very important that she stays hydrated. Helping her stay upright and moving can really help things move along. And this one is very important. Helping her relax precisely during the contractions. Because what happens a lot of the time is women tense up during the contractions, and then they try to relax in between the contractions. But it's during the contraction, when the uterus is squeezing and the baby's head is pushing down on that cervix, that it's really important to try to relax, because that's going to help your cervix dilate. In those moments, it's very hard for her to remember to relax because she's feeling a lot of pain. That's when you come in, and you don't want to say things like, "Oh, just try to relax. Just calm down. Oh, you're making too much noise." Don't say things like that. But you want to just remind her to relax your shoulders, relax your face, relax your mouth, just relax your body. And using calming sounds like that can help her get back into it, feel grounded, and relax, where it's going to make a big difference. These small gestures can make an enormous difference. And finally, one of the most overlooked yet vital part of being a birth support is advocacy. And it doesn't mean speaking over everyone. It means speaking when it's needed. That might mean reminding the birth team of her birth preferences, asking for a few moments to decide if you guys want to get a certain intervention, or simply asking, "Can we just have a minute alone?" When a woman feels that her voice is respected and her choices matter, it can completely shift how she remembers her birth, regardless of how the birth actually unfolds. So being a good advocate starts with understanding her wishes beforehand, through open conversations, learning about the options available, and knowing what truly matters to her. This is why it's so important to have a birth plan or a birth preferences, and really go through all the options together, talk it out, and understand what matters so that you can advocate for her when the time comes. At the end of the day, being a birth partner isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up physically, emotionally, and wholeheartedly. Follow her lead. Birth isn't just a medical event. It's a deeply human experience, and the presence of someone who loves you and supports you can make all the difference. So make sure if you are the woman who's going to be giving birth that you choose wisely and you choose someone who you know will support you and who you are very comfortable showing vulnerability to. If you'd like to read more on this topic, head on to my website, www.nurseyaz.ca. And if you found this helpful, I'd love if you share it with a friend or send it to someone who is prepping for this incredible role. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Birth Unboxed podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to Birth Unboxed. If you've enjoyed today's conversation and want to hear more, please consider subscribing to the podcast so you never miss an episode and leaving a review. I'd love to hear your thoughts or even your own birth stories, so feel free to connect with me via Instagram at thebirthunboxed.podcast or through my website linked in the show notes. Until next time, friends.